Hello, and welcome to their Dokkan battle video. So it is finally Omega time for me. Now I did already clear the stage, and I did it kind of 2 times with this team very horribly, and also with this like full power setup that I tweeted about. Just because I saw a lot of people like hating on Beast Gohan, saying that he was like unfit to be in this event, and I did it first try with him. So that's not what we're here for, but again, I have beat it. Like, full disclosure, I have beaten this event. I know how it feels. I know how the event goes. I understand everything about it. This is the setup we're going to be using. My cat is here. I hope she does not interfere with this setup whatsoever. You never know. She is a cat. But yeah, this is the truth build that he used to clear the full power mission, I believe. So this is what we are going to be using here. Actually, no, this is the final trump card mission. Yeah, because if we go ahead and take a look at the final trump card like category without my cat, it is, I believe, this one. This is what you are offered, and it is royally bad. It is very top heavy. There's a lot of really good units in here. It's just the fact that this event is designed in a way that really makes it hard for a lot of these characters to really compete. Now, I am actually going to be using a support memory here because I don't care. I do not care about no item runs. I think we've been over this multiple times. Whenever hard content comes out, I've made it very clear no item runs is not what I'm here for. I don't care about getting them. If I will go for it eventually on my own free time with a bunch of different teams and try a bunch of different stuff out, but in terms of like actually going after a specific no item run, I'm just not here for that. That's not what I want to do. Now I'm looking at this setup here that we got, and it's not looking the best. Now, I know he used Turles for this, and I don't know why exactly. My guess is the fact that Turles not only has type advantage at the final phase, but can also heal us a little bit. So it is helpful, you know, for the heal. Plus the fact that, again, I've used a double Turles lead in this event, and Turles can actually kind of cook. The only thing about Turles is that you really need him to get his super attacks in, because if he's not doing that, he kind of gets, you know, baked like a little potato, and it's kind of unfortunate, right? I have seen Turles do absolutely insane damage on his active skill though, so I know for a fact that that is a big thing that can help Turles out. But again, I'm not confident in the final trump card team. What really upsets me, right, about this whole thing is the fact that the blue fusions are practically unusable in here because of how much damage the normals do at the very end. The only way I can even foresee you being able to make use of them is that if you get them like slot 3 and then they're able to finagle their way around and get like their guaranteed dodge turn when the first time you go into the int phase. I think that's literally the only way that you can even make them work, or else they are going to just take way too much damage way too goddamn fast. Like, because they don't get their dodge chance. Oh, we are just super dead. That's pretty cool. Thanks, Vegito. Thank you. We're just gonna hop right back in. I don't care. If it gets to the point where we're losing a bunch, then I'm probably just gonna either speed this part up or just cut entirely until we get like a good run going, because I'm not here to like spend 10 million years doing this, right? We just want to do that and be on our way. But yeah, again, the blue fusion, they just take way too goddamn much damage. It's painful how much damage they take. It rightfully upsets me, I think, because they, while very strong, end up just getting mollywopped by those damn normals. It's like not even fair, to be honest. Because while, again, they do like ridiculous amounts of damage and can very easily eat normals after they super attack, it's just the fact that those AoE normals do so much damage. They're practically super attack level hits, right, from the normals, and it's just too much for them, and it makes me sad. This is gonna suck. Well, actually, this is post super attack and with the defensive buff. Yeah, I mean, it hurts, but like, it's whatever. We do have the Bulma support memory to just give us a big old heal when we need it. there's a lot of things in this like event that we can actually use to our advantage. Mainly, we have the giant form from Junior here, as well as the 40% heal from this Goku, as well as both of the standby skills. Now, the standbys are incredibly powerful, mainly because you end up... Okay, this is rough. You end up getting a lot of defense back from that. And that's like the major thing here is you want to be able to eat these attacks, because when you get towards the end of the fight, Omega like neuters your defense. Like, it is disgusting how much damage he can do to even like some of the tankiest units in the game. And if you have the standby active, especially with this unit after they've been stacking a bit, they can really just eat that. Now, if you do get bad orbs, I have seen even Vegeta take damage against that Omega. It is disgusting how much damage he does at the end. Now, hopefully he stops doing this and we can move on with our life. Ow. Yeah, you know what? Yeah, I think we're just gonna skip it till we get a good run going, because I feel like we're just gonna get really unlucky for a while. So I'll be back in just a second. Alright, so we finally have a run that has made it to the LR Omega Int phase. Now, I don't really have a whole lot of confidence here. Oh, he is super attacking in the middle slot, which isn't the best case scenario. Why can't my Piccolo transform? Oh yeah, 30% or more. Or 70% or more, my fault. Yeah, I think I'm definitely just gonna pop the standby, keep that up. Hopefully some decent orbs here. That will work. I'm gonna just make sure he gets as much as possible, which is looking like the 7 here. Yeah, that's fine, we'll eat that. And then we'll get some physical orbs with Piccolo at the end. I'm not too worried about them eating normals. Ow, but he now has his defensive passive up. How much does Piccolo take on our normal? Oh, a little bit more than I would like, but it's fine. We should be okay, especially after this attack here. The only one who's going to be taking damage of any of these attacks is going to be Physical Piccolo at the end, who will heal us at the end of this turn here. Ow. Piccolo. Ouchie. Again, yeah, this definitely isn't the best case scenario. I do still have a Whis available though. And then another thing to keep in mind is at the end of this turn, Goku should heal us up a little bit. And then I can just pop a Whis boy and we should be okay. Again, our health is looking awful right now. I think Piccolo should be fine post super here, especially if he gets a double. Yeah, okay, so that should take him down from about that 70k range to about a little bit less than that, probably like 30 at most. Okay, dodging is great. Dodging is great. We definitely take that. We got the heal up. And that's a lot of defense that they got. Do I just pop the Whis now? I think so. I think that would make sense. I definitely want to do this though, because they have an insane amount of defense, so I'm perfectly fine with leaving them in slot 1 right now. I think I am just gonna pop the Whis just for safety purposes, just because I am a little nervous about what's going to happen at the end. Again, we're gonna be completely fine as long as Super Vegito doesn't get supered. If he gets supered, we explode, and it's gonna be really, really saddening, because then we went all the way over here, and then we're just gonna die, and it's gonna be just kind of lame. I have already revived, and I have already done Junior's giant form. Unfortunately, it's just what ended up happening. I got really unlucky in the second phase in terms of rotations and keypads. It was just not optimal in general. They have so much defense right now. I do think though, if I did want to use the Whis, I probably should have put these guys in slot 2, because then they would have gotten that massive attack buff. And then the GT Duo would have had like 90% damage reduction because they're fully stacked up by now. But this should do literally negative damage. Yeah, so it means we're perfectly fine going through the rest of this. I am glad that, I think if I didn't use the Whis, I probably didn't have to because they would have taken no damage from it anyway. And then since now that we know the Super Vegeta wasn't going to get attacked by a super attack in slot 3, then he's going to be completely fine. He's going to do literally 0 damage this entire turn, which is, again, incredibly sad. Just because he just never really got what he needed to be good. Now I'm trying to remind myself here what exactly our boy at the end active skill condition is. 50% or less. So we're not going to be able to use Junior's active there. These guys are absolutely dishing out crazy amounts of damage right now though, so that's going to be very, very helpful going forward. We do have that Whis active, so I think we should be okay. And then as long as we are above 70% HP, I am going to transform with my physical Piccolo, just so that he gets his damage reduction up, and we're able to kind of just chill out with that. Again, real big sad that Super Vegito here is just tickling Omega. He does literally no damage. I don't know why they did him like this. Like, this is him fully stacked up, by the way. Post-Super. It just does nothing. Alright, let's see here. I'm definitely not popping that. I'll tell you that for sure. Let's just do this. 7 orbs, we know that'll make him completely fine at the end. 6 for you. And then we can give my Junior all of those. This is a Dokkan. Oh, this is perfect, actually. Hold up. He's going to take literally 0 damage from this. Like, he has, like, what, 110% damage reduction or something? Something ridiculous. I'm not worried whatsoever about them. He's going to be fine. Ow. Yeah, we're only going to have to take 2 of those before he super attacks, and after he super attacks, he's going to take significantly less damage, so I'm not entirely worried about that. If we want to get a 5 dodge, that'd be great. It doesn't look like we're going to be getting that. This Dokkan attack is going to help out a little bit. Remember that on my current setup, I can't really do these very well because I'm using a mouse to like touch my screen. Just because my phone is too old to have like the direct connection, so I can just play on my phone. It just doesn't work for some reason through my Elgato. Getting the Dokkan attack at all, though, should at least give us a little bit of a bump. I think my Junior will be fine, though, post-Super. Like, this is going to hurt him a little bit. Oh, that's great. Okay, yeah, that's perfectly great. Oh, 5 dodge, baby. Let's go. Hopefully he does, like, at minimum 2 super attacks. Again, every super attack that he does will make us better. I forgot to mention this because it's the first time I've come back in, like, 40 minutes. But I did swap out Turles for Physical Piccolo just because Turles was just not doing it for me. He was getting killed in, like, the first phase, like, constantly, and it was getting really annoying. Like, I've seen him cook. I've used his team. Like, you guys saw at the beginning of the video. Like, he was a team that I did beat the event with. So, like, I'm not going to, like, be out here saying, oh, Turles is, like, unrunnable. And this is just, when you have 155% Turles, he really doesn't do a whole lot in the stage. And he ends up just getting kind of smacked around. And it's really upsetting. Yeah, I think I'm just gonna go ahead and do this, just because we know that super attack is in that middle slot there, and since they have literally 1.2 million defense, I am not worried at all for them. Another thing that was good about having my Physical Piccolo is since he's rainbowed and an easy ATUR instead of just like a regular Dokkan Fest TUR, he gives us a lot more health to play with, which was really helpful going through this. Again, this is not a no-item run. I'm not going to claim that's a no-item run or anything. It's definitely not. But this is a victory. Granted, it took me over an hour, but it is going to hopefully be a win. We no longer have the Whis up anymore. So there is potential that we could still get, like, frauded out. But next turn, if we don't end up killing on this turn, which I highly doubt, I am just going to drop the Spirit Bomb and that'll be it. So this should be our win. We are absolutely cooking them. And yeah. Yeah, this is pretty good. And how much damage are they gonna do here? Presumably a lot. Yeah, 10 million. Yeah, we're fine. The final trump card. Again, very hard. I'm not gonna sit here and say that it was a breeze. It literally took me an hour. This is the first run that I made it to the Int Omega, and we won. So it was literally just getting past those first two phases where a lot of the team is really, really weak. 'Cause that's like a main problem with this team, is that there's just not a whole lot of like leeway early on. You kind of get cooked really early because like all of your good slot 1 tankers aren't able to tank until they get a couple stacks in, and then Omega in the first turn, like the first phase in the stack phase, not only can he seal and stun, which will completely negate any type of stacking that you could do, he's also canceling dodge. So if you want a unit that can dodge a super attack, he's not going to be able to do that, which is like a main reason why I didn't want to bring like someone like Beluga Gogeta, who I think would have been useful here, because he would have got frauded out horribly in the first phase, and it would have been really, really disgusting and sad to look at. Again, that was a 23-minute run. That's the setup I used. It worked. Is this optimal? Probably not, but hey, it worked. We're gonna go ahead and claim the mission now, and that's going to be it for the final trump card stage and the new stages. Again, this was hard. They did a good job with this event. I'm very satisfied with the difficulty here. I'm gonna have a lot of fun just taking a bunch of units in here and just messing around with them. It's kind of how that Turles victory that you saw ended up. So anyway, that's it for this video. Let me know in the comments down below what kind of setups you guys used for this mission as well as the full power mission. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys all in the next video.